The XRP breakout is upon us. That's right, folks. Despite the brief pullback below $3 last night to $2.95, hopefully you're able to accumulate that if you're still buying. It did not last long, and we are back above $3. And I'm going to show you here on the chart in just 1 second that we have in fact broken out of the consolidation, the wedge pattern that we printed on the chart since the end of July when XRP went to its previous all-time high of 366. It's been downwards, bleeding out, and consolidating. The breakout is here, and we are on our way to a new all-time high for XRP. I believe that we hit a new all-time high, $4 XRP by October 17th. I think that we can see $4 to $7 XRP by October 17th when the XRP and Solana ETFs are set to go live. Now, we're wrapping up here our stay at this Airbnb. We're down here in Eugene, Oregon. Came down here for a wedding with my wife's, some of my wife's friends. Absolutely beautiful wedding on Saturday. Had a great time, beautiful family, great wedding, great vibes, and the kids were having a heck of a time on the dance floor. A lot of fun. So we're getting ready to check on out of here. Just wanted to show you how great my wife is. She found this place, has a little gym, which I have not taken advantage of yet. And so maybe I need to hit this, get a quick pump in, and we can get XRP rocking and rolling again. But I'm about to hop in this sauna, which I'm very excited about here. I got this thing warming up right now. It's up to 118, almost ready to go for me. So I'm gonna be hitting that up and taking advantage of that before we leave. Now, I guess the owners of this place must be Chicago Bears fans. If I would have known that, then maybe we wouldn't have been staying here. I don't know about those Bears. For those of you guys who don't know, I grew up a Packers fan. I don't really watch football anymore, but we do not like the Bears. And look how amazing my wife is. It was my son's birthday as well, too. She made this poster for him. He is all into the monster trucks right now. Happy birthday, Wesley. And then it's my birthday next weekend, too. So we decided to make this into a little family extended trip. And we're going to be taking off here and continuing on our adventure. But right on into the chart, right on into the news, guys. Take a look at this. So I just drew a simple trend line going back to that all-time high of 366. And you can see we broke down and consolidated all through the end of July, August, and into the beginning of September. But we had September 7th marked on our chart. We knew that was going to be an energy shift. Sure enough, the bullish energy comes back in, and we did break out, right? When you look at this consolidation pattern in this wedge that we printed, we have broken out. Despite the fact that you got one red candle there, we'll probably finish this day off green. I think it looks like we closed off Sunday at like 302, 303, right in there. So it looks like we're getting ready to continue to the upside. This is the July fractal, that green one right there. Like I said, I think that it might take us a little bit longer here now. On my chart, I have this green line on October 17th, and that's when I expect the XRP and Solana ETFs to be going live by then. So we've broken out. We're on our way, $4 to $7 for XRP. It's looking really good. And it looks like the whales, the whales that have been selling, it looks like they are exhausted. This is all lead charts. 160 million XRP sold by whales in the last 2 weeks. And you have to consider, right? We have 160 million XRP sold by whales, and we were still able to hold that floor price. I mean, obviously we dipped below $3 a few times, hung out there for a little bit. But the fact that we've basically been able to hold this $3 floor price, despite some people actually selling in the broader market, being in that summer slowdown in August, very typical. The fact that we're holding this $3 floor price shows us the strength on XRP. Now we're going to flip it back around here. This is what happens next. Not only is it the ETFs, but it's the digital asset treasury companies. Multicoin buys 6.8 million Solana, worth 1.58 billion. Michael Saylor Strategy buys 525 Bitcoin, worth 60.4 million. So these digital asset treasury companies are loading up $60 million more dollars worth of Bitcoin for Saylor and Strategy, and 1.58 billion of Solana for Multicoin. And that's coming for XRP as well, too. I'm going to speak on that in 1 second. I just wanted to note here, Ripple put out this post this morning. When small businesses and veterans thrive, so do communities. We're proud to announce a $25 million donation in ROUSD on the XRP ledger to Axion Opportunity Fund and Hire Heroes USA. This investment highlights how stablecoins can drive real-world impact by empowering entrepreneurs and veterans with tools and capital that they need to succeed. Ripple setting the standard once again in everything that they do, from how they've built out the XRP ledger to the donations. Not only did we have the most successful campaign, election in 2024, but they're continuing to donate to teachers. I love this one, to the veterans. Absolutely love to see it. But back to the digital asset treasury companies and ETFs going live. And by the way, this is the view that you've been seeing in the background. This place that we're at is up on the south side of Eugene, Oregon, up on the hills here. Nice area. Fun fact, somebody brought turkeys into this area a while ago. And so the other day I was looking out the kitchen window and there's just a flock of turkeys meandering through the hillside there, which I thought was pretty cool. But anyways, we have ETFs going live in October. We have digital asset treasury companies for XRP counting up about a dozen so far right now. And we haven't seen big buys like you just saw Multicoin 1.5 billion into Solana. Michael Saylor's strategy, my son's joining me. What's up, buddy? You see the turkeys?
No.
Where'd they go?
No.
Oh no. We gotta find them. Where are they?
No.
Okay, Daddy's gonna finish his video. Just give me 1 more minute, okay? And then we'll go find the turkeys. Okay. Good job. So this is coming. I mean, obviously Ripple's the biggest treasury company in crypto by far. Their bag of XRP is worth over $100 billion. Part of the reason why I think they'll have the largest IPO ever. But you have up to a dozen treasury companies right now that are looking to add XRP. And I think that the tally, as far as investments that they've committed, is approaching $1 billion. Maybe we've surpassed $1 billion by now. But that was one company, Multicoin, that just allocated $1.5 billion towards Solana. So as this picks up for XRP, you're really going to start to see XRP, just too much bullish momentum behind it for this thing not to break up to an all-time high. We've been showing you guys that 10, 20, 30 million in inflows coming in during a short period of time can drive XRP's price up from a market cap perspective 2, 3, 4, 500, 800x. Meaning that when we start to get billions coming in to XRP, you're going to see XRP's market cap growing by hundreds of billions. This is just what we're seeing in the data. And now we're seeing it, companies going into Solana, going into Bitcoin. There's been over a dozen digital asset treasury companies for XRP, but this process is just getting started. And so I just want everybody to understand that despite the consolidation over the past, basically month and a half, right, since the end of July, when XRP hit that all-time high of 366 till now, typical summer slowdown, it's over. Like, the consolidation is over, the bullish energy is back, and I already warned you guys that we'll see a little bit of a pullback probably when we get the interest rate cuts later this week. It's buy the rumor, sell the news, a little bit of a pullback, but then we'll be back off to the races again because of the anticipation of the ETFs going live for Solana and XRP in October. This is the checklist that I am evaluating every single crypto that I own or that I'm considering right now. ETFs, digital asset treasury companies, and then finally, are you getting real institutional adoption? That is what we're looking for when we're evaluating the portfolio that I have and any other projects that I'm considering. If you can check off those boxes, right, I probably want to own that project. But there's not many that can check off all those boxes. And you have to be honest with yourself when you're looking through your portfolio and you're asking yourself, is this project actually getting institutional adoption? Right? Just because it's ISO 20022 compliant does not mean that institutions are going to put it on their balance sheet as reserve, does not mean that ETFs are going live for it this year, and does not mean that they're actually getting institutional adoption and use of the token. Liquidity on the ledger. Liquidity on the ledger. I think I'm going to run with that. That's what we're looking for, folks. And all of this leads us up to the Clarity Act getting passed later this year as well. So nothing but bullish catalysts pushing XRP up from here. Slight pullbacks along the way, of course. We treat them as buying opportunities. My XRP long is well into profit right now, just being back up above $3, right? And this is an XRP long that I first entered above 340. And maybe that's some of you guys in the comments down below. Let me know, right? Are you new to XRP? What's your average price? When I first bought this long was 340. And then I just bought the blood in the streets all the way back down to 270, 280. And now my average on this XRP long is 292. So as long as XRP is above 292, we're in the profit. And for my exit on this trade, which I share all my trades with my Discord group exclusively in real time, but I'll just, give you guys an update on this. I'm looking to exit this XRP long position towards the end of this month into the beginning of October, when I think that we have XRP moving back above that new all-time high, $4 XRP coming in by October 17th. And so I'm trying to sell off and take profit above $4. This is my biggest XRP long position I've ever had. So if it does go up to $4 like I expect, we're going to be cashing out big time. And then I can decide if I want to roll that back into buying spot XRP. I could do whatever I want with it. But I think it's a great position that I've been able to accumulate right there. And for many of you guys who are just picking up spot bags, same thing, same principle. When you see these assets go on sale, we're buying the blood in the streets. I mean, Michael Saylor already 70 billion assets under management, or I should say net asset value of their Bitcoin, and they're still buying, right? That's real conviction. But I want to note that just because that's happening for Solana, just because it's happening for Bitcoin, does not mean it's not going to happen for XRP at scale. We've already gotten over a dozen treasury companies for XRP, but we haven't really seen the inflows yet. Once those inflows pick up, combined with the ETF inflows, I've shown you the math. We're talking about XRP at double digits. So yeah, $4 to $7 by October 17th. If you're not short-term trading like me, who cares, right? Obviously, it'll be great for the community to have a $4 or $5 XRP, but we're here for double digits, triple digits, and beyond. And once again, it's just a matter of targets and timelines. $4 to $7 by October 17th, double digits by next year, $20 to $30 is my base case, and inevitably, we are going to a $100 XRP. So if you're here for the long run, you're doing just fine. We'll continue to take advantage of these buying opportunities, and I hope that everybody's having themselves a great time out there. We're going to keep you updated all week. Appreciate your support. And I do want to mention too, for those of you guys that are looking to get your 401k into crypto, I have just now partnered up with iTrust I'm going to drop the link in the top of the description of this video. They have their 401k product and their premium custody account as well. Institutional grade custody, 1% on the trading fee. And if you sign up using my link and my promo code, which is Rector9. Rector9 is the promo code. Use my link, use my promo code, Rector9. You will receive an additional $100 when you sign up. So shout out to iTrust. Happy to have them plugged in as a community resource. And so take advantage of that. We will see you guys in the next one. God bless you all.